I said he couldn't force any extra games, but Tannen's found a way that he could.
I mean, somehow he's going to have a Hellfire in his deck. He's going to be playing the Control Warrior deck. He's going to play Nefarian. He's going to get a Hellfire, and it's going to drop the game.
That is not going to happen.
Yep.
0% chance. I'm calling it right now. If that I don't even know what I would do if that happened. No, I'm not. I can't shave the beard. I've tried before. It's made
too strong.
It's iron and steel forged in fire.
It's forged in fire. Okay,
well,
you really are the Dark Iron Dwarf.
I certainly am. And we're going to find out. And maybe ErA's playing a Dark Iron Dwarf in game number 5. They're getting underway as we speak. Money is on the line right now in the last match of the regular season. We're going to find out who's going to win it. Last time these two met, ErA was the one who emerged victorious.
Get some deja vu feelings all over this. Oh my God, he's played a deck that has Hellfire in it.
I'm so mad right now.
He's played a deck that has Hellfire in it.
I'm so mad right now. This is not happening.
Oh, it's happening.
This is not happening.
Oh yeah, it's happening. I just wanted to see Hellfire in his hand so bad. Come on, ErA, you could do it.
Don't do it, ErA. Don't do it.
Free Hearthstone, let's go. Extra games. I love overtime.
Both these guys playing Handlock. We don't know if ErA's playing the Voidcaller version yet. This is the one that Kaldi has been favoring pretty much all season long at this point. ErA kind of strikes me as a guy who's willing to go a little bit more traditional if this is the kind of deck he's going to play.
Yeah, and I wonder what ErA's thoughts were at queuing up this deck now, because he had to know that he was going to be playing a mirror match, right? I mean, this is what Kaldi has been doing in the last games of his sets almost the entire season.
Well, that may have been the reason he went for it. Like, this could easily just be tuned for the mirror match. You know, maybe 2 copies of Big Game Hunter in here, stuff like that.
2 BGHs.
You know, maybe there's not a Hellfire in here.
Yeah, and you see Kaldi having Zombie Chow in his deck, which is going to be something that not too good here.
Yeah, ErA is going to continue to life tap and finding himself some fantastic cards. 2 Mountain Giants already. This game is looking dangerous for Kaldi. He has a Big Game Hunter for the first one, but the second one looks like it's smooth sailing. Now with the Dark Bomb pickup, does have extra answers to it.
Yeah, they're just firing back and forth here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Twilight Drake first. It is a little bit safer to play this one. Ironbeak Owl is what answers it.
What's that card right there?
You need to stop right now.
That looks like a Hellfire to me.
You need to cut it out.
Get ready for Game 6, boys.
Game 6. It's only fitting if this happens this season. Everything has happened.
I'm going to be a little scared if it actually happens. I'm going to be a little scared. If it happens, I might put my shoe on my head for when we come back just to prove that it's not pre-recorded, but...
just casting with the shoe. It'd just be 100% serious, too. Like, nothing's out of place. Like, nothing's wrong at all.
I don't know if I have the balance to keep it there the whole time. We'll have to see.
Oh, your posture? You kidding me?
Oh, man, my back is pretty messed up. My posture's not amazing.
Yeah. What do you think of mine? Mountain Giant for ErA. Going to be answered likely by this Big Game Hunter, but still plenty of options for Kaldi. I don't think he necessarily even has to answer this Mountain Giant this turn. You know, how big of a threat is it? If you play Emperor Thorson, he's got to kill that. You can just follow it with Dark Bomb.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about allocation of resources here. Does he want to use this Big Game Hunter here this way? You know, you don't get to use all of your mana this turn, and like, you know, if he makes this play, then you got to believe he's Big Game Huntering.
If he's going for the extra card, he is definitely going for the Big Game Hunter. Beast. Or no beast. It's in his sights either way.
And there's the deliberate no attack.
Yeah, this has started early. Kaldi knows that controlling Molten Giant pressure, paramount in this matchup. It's really all about the attrition war.
Yeah, and you got to believe Kaldi knows this mirror match pretty well.
Oh, he has to. It's just, I feel like this is just where his bread and butter is. These are the kinds of matchups he's actively looking for.
Yeah. I was going to say, anytime I've played professional games before, if I could ever get a mirror match, I was usually pretty excited about it.
Now, my question is, how comfortable does he feel like going big this turn? Because I can see some Hellfire shenanigans that are yielding a Mal'Ganis in play and killing the whole board.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's thinking about here is, you know, how hard do I push and which way do I push? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Kaldi surprises us almost every turn for the rest of the game with his plays and then somehow easily wins because he just knows how to navigate this matchup so well.
Well, that spells to me the Hellfire. Oh my gosh, Kaldi is going for it. YOLO! Mal'Ganis is hitting play. ErA. Ironbeak Owl has answered this right now. He cannot outright kill this Mal'Ganis.
Kaldi is a turtle here. There is a Mal'Ganis in play. ErA doesn't have a clean answer, and he might just Dr. Boom here.
Well, how important is the damage? That's really the big factor here. I honestly don't think the damage is that big of a deal.
Yeah, just taking 9.
Yeah, and Kaldi's used an Iron Beak Owl already this game. I think the Sylvanas is a superior play.
Yeah, just shake it off.
This could actually be pretty disastrous for Kaldi.
Well, I mean, he's going to be able to Defender of Argus up another minion here to keep Sylvanas kind of under wraps. Like, he can Twilight Drake to the right here. Oh, wow, he's thinking about doing this.
This would be really, really interesting to me.
Well, I mean, he would just Dark Bomb it and then
Sure.
develop his board. He still has Mountain Giant
just
behind
drop
this.
the Ancient Watcher first?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to draw a card here? It's free.
Well, that's the thing. It is free, but it is 2 mana, which is actually pretty big this turn.
He actually might want to take the damage too. That's a possibility.
50-50 shot.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and lose this one. Why not? Dark Bomb's gonna take care of Mal'Ganis. And he ends up with a 4/7 on board for his efforts.
Yeah. You know, he kind of went through hoops to get this Mal'Ganis in play, then he went through hoops to, take care of the Sylvanas. So it's got to feel like at least a small victory for ErA here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. The bigger story for me is that Mal'Ganis has been dealt with.
Yep.
It's not something you're gonna have to worry about down the road.
And you still have one.
Yeah.
This is like a chess game. You just took care of his queen, and now you still have yours.
Kaldi, I mean, his turns get tougher and tougher. His options are starting to grow limited at this point. All of his plays feel very similar. They're just minions he puts on the board. Well, that Boombot roll is pretty inconsequential at this point. I don't feel like it's necessary.
It's all depending on if ErA wants to start protecting or pushing for more damage here, and it looks like he's just going to push for more damage.
I'm trying to find a reason to not Shadow Flame.
Right, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Like,
this is a good Shadow Flame board.
Yeah, a lot of times you're looking for reasons to Shadow Flame.
Right.
I'm looking for a reason to not Shadow Flame right now.
Yeah, just puts Jiraxis into play.
I don't think that's the play. I don't.
Yeah, of course.
James Jiraxis attacks the 5/2 Ancient Watcher. Like, oh, I don't know about that ErA.
Yeah. Yeah, I think ErA's thinking the same thing you are. Is there a reason not to Shadow Flame here?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get some more information. Ragnaros,
Ooh.
pretty strong. I guess
Ragnaros.
this Iron Beak Owl looks like it could be a reason to maybe.
Well, is there ever a reason to not Shadow Flame your Doctor Boom in this spot?
That's really a
Yeah, I
good
was going to say,
question.
it's going to Shadow Flame the Owl here. Yeah, this is a great turn.
Yeah, love this play from ErA.
Yeah, ErA, great play here.
This is the power of that deep thought too.
He's actually not happy about the full 4 going in from the Boombot here. It's such a weird thing, yeah.
Dang it, I dealt extra damage.
Yeah, because, as we can see, it makes this Molten Giant a lot easier to play.
But at the same time, Kaldi's he's got to start getting uneasy about his life total. He doesn't have a way to actually deal with this Dr. Boom right now.
Yeah, and like a lot of his threats have already been dealt with, and the initiative is fully on ErA's side of the board. I mean, he's starting to fall pretty far behind. ErA's gonna be able to push for some victory here at some point in time. He's gonna have great board states. Plus, he has a Ragnaros in his hand that Kaldi doesn't know about, and there's a good chance that he makes some board states where all of his Ragnaros shots are just insane.
Yeah, if he's going with the Molten Giant, I have to believe he's going to use Defender of Argus as well. But Emperor Thorson...
Can use Defender of Argus as well here.
Yeah, God,
just alleviate the pressure in his hand a tiny bit here. Make sure this Mountain Giant is playable for the rest of the game.
Kaldi is fighting from behind with his resources right now. He's actually running out of stuff to do.
Yeah, this is a non-BGHable thing this turn, which I kind of like. And ErA's going to push here.
Yeah, but he understands that Jiraxis in this matchup, it's not about the life total. It's all about getting this on board and starting to activate it. And this is the big turn for this point. Kaldi doesn't have a ton of pressure here.
He also still has a Sunfury Protector and 2 Defender of Argus in his hand, so he's not worried about dying from pressure like that.
Yeah. He's only worried about like direct damage.
Yeah. And we've already seen a bunch of Dark Bombs out of Kaldi.
I mean, you have to life tap, right? There's no way you're winning with this hand.
Yeah, I mean, it makes your... Wow. Let's see, it makes these both these Molten Giants great.
It's not every day you see a 2-cost and a 3-cost Molten Giant in the same hand.
Yeah, let's see, ErA has a BGH here, and he has ways to taunt it up. And he's going to be able to start making Infernals.
Yeah, this is looking bad news for Kaldi. You look at 16 power on the board and you go, what's bad about this? Well, ErA's going to show you what's bad about this.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good turn. I'm
actually curious if Sunfury Protector is ever better here. to protect from your opponent's big game hunter, and he's going to start pushing right now. You know, he's gotten the word Kaldi doesn't have any more Molten Giants left.
Draw this game, please, Kaldi.
Oh my gosh, this is not happening. This will never happen. Don't listen to Tannen.
Yeah, that lifetime. Oh, wow. That was a big pickup there.
You know, how important is this, though? You know, if he Shadow Flames, he's losing his Molten Giant, and ErA's got Infernals every single turn for the rest of the game.
But then he's just going to die. I mean, like, you know, he has to do something. But, you know, there is something we need to mention here. Kaldi is at 8 here, and ErA does have a Ragnaros in his hand.
Yeah, I think you Shadow Flame this Void Caller. I think you have to run over the Infernal and then Void Caller Shadow Flame it.
Yeah,
and
just
then,
to keep the Mountain Giant around.
Yeah, and just have to hope he doesn't have any utility.
Yeah, and then ErA is going to be able to, you know, take out this Mountain Giant with his face here, and then use the Molten Giant to clean this game up.
Now,
I'm sorry, the Ragnaros.
He's kind of second guessing himself, though. You know, realizing this leaves him vulnerable to Mortal Coil. You know, you got to go with the best chance to win. And frankly, I don't know what it is. I don't know if either of them give you very good chances, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I think he was thinking about maybe drawing. Oh, so he already drew the card this turn. We'll say he could have drawn a card, maybe find a demon, but then he doesn't have mana.
Yeah.
And this is going to end the game here.
Yeah, that's going to do it. ErA able to absorb 8 points of damage, and then Señor del Fuego is going to close it out. The time that ErA plays a deck that's vulnerable to Big Game Hunter, you know, he's been trying to avoid these kinds of situations all season long. Just what irony that he ends it with a card that will die to Big Game Hunter at some point in games. Wow, what a series from ErA. Wraps this one up. That's the second time he's beaten Kaldi now. You know, I feel like in the control battles, it does favor ErA's style a little bit because he's so unpredictable in certain spots. You don't always know what his hand range is going to be. You don't know what kind of cards he's bringing. It's a tough spot for Kaldi, who wants to be playing against traditional styles.